name is Eva. I'm come from Iceland. I'm a voice actor, and I do sing and I do AI music. And I do play a lot of video games. And I do uh what can I say? Should I say? I do a lot of stuff. But my main thing is voice acting and singing and AI music creation. Yeah. And yeah, I'm from Iceland. And so yeah. So the, what should
Yeah,
I do now?
yeah, sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel and to the Creator Podcast. And joining me today is my guest, Eva, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Who is officially the first voice actor guest that we've had on the podcast so far. So, whole new element to it. We had our first artist on the last episode and our first voice actor on this one.
Yeah.
So, okay, I think I will start off with a bit of a question of maybe a bit of a two-folded question where what inspired you to get into voice acting?
Oh, when I was a kid, I used to watch too many too many times of cartoons and so on, and I didn't. And my favorite voice actor got me into voice acting. Yeah, and I tried it before in the official studio in 2018. That was really good. That was really fun. This was hard to do, but this was fun. Yeah, I also got paid for it.
Nice, nice. You you mentioned in your introduction there that there was also AI related voice acting.
AI, no, no AI music.
Oh, AI music.
Yeah,
I'm
I
I'm
can
tr-
I can send to you some files of it if you want.
yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
I was just trying to wrap my head around how AI music works.
Oh yeah. Hey, you can listen to this one. I created a song about weird child. And Whisper in the Night, yeah. I have so many music that I wanted to show people around. Blood and Shadows. Do you like Vikings and so
Yes,
on?
yes.
Oh, you will love one. You will love one song of it.
I probably have some Viking heritage somewhere.
Really?
Probably. I'm from a part of the UK where they
Oh,
settled for an extended
you
period.
you from UK?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I recognized your accent. I'm from Iceland. We are in the same time zone. Nice. That's good. Okay. Those are those my favorite songs that I created.
I'll have a listen to them later on.
Yeah.
The okay, so
I'm kinda
what
nervous.
it's fine, it's fine. I'm trying it,
Yeah.
I try not to make this into a sort of interview thing. I tend to try and make it a bit more free flowing than that.
No, no, no,
Um,
no.
so the questions,
I mean, I'm kinda nervous. I'm also excited
yeah,
because it's my first time. So people will maybe go to recognize me later and ask me questions to go on their podcast or something. I don't know.
I mean, if you have um, obviously you were on the Kofi group. That's where we met
Yeah.
and things. So if you have anything that you would like me to link, I can link it into the
Yeah, yeah,
video
yeah, yeah.
description.
Yeah. My my Patreon and something like that. I do have Patreon.
Yeah,
And I do have Twitch.
yeah, I did. Yeah, there was something I saw about you. Well, it was in you. I can't remember where I read it. It was somewhere on your profile that mentioned about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Or I might have been getting muddled up because it says on my Discord that streamer mode is enabled, so I might have been getting muddled up with my own there. But
Yeah.
so as
1 second.
oh, okay.
Okay. I need to do something.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna send you give you the link to the Patreon. Where are you? Yeah. Should work. This link. Hold on, let me try again. Me. Did it work?
It's not coming up as a link, but I can still just copy that into the and put it in the channel description, and people should be able to just copy and paste it.
Ah, okay. Okay, hold on. It's my Twitch.
That link worked.
That link works. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah, it is funny. I'm just being silly. My silly bean. I've been funny. Goofball. E.
So, as I, I mean, you mentioned 2018, so you've already got several years of experience. I don't know how many years altogether, but
Mm.
what if you have any sort of advice for anyone who was looking at going into voice acting? Are there any specific tips or tricks that you can suggest or offer?
Possibility to take some classes for voice acting in studios or workshop or something.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. Not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it this is going to be maybe a bit of a strange question because I don't necessarily know what
Yeah, sure.
um, what genre, I guess the best word is, of like voice. Well, no, I, I'm struggling on how to word it, but is there maybe different styles depending on like the genre? Like if you were voice acting for something maybe animated, does it differ to something game or live action? Like, is there any
Oh,
real differences there, or is it?
I'm not too sure. But I really want to go into animation and video games for voice acting. I mean, I got a job as a voice actor for a video game already, but they're still working on the game. Then I will get the script for the video game. Yeah.
Awesome. awesome.
Yeah,
It was awesome to hear that.
yeah.
So, do you
Do I
do,
what?
do you do you have between what you're doing with the music and what you're doing with the voice acting? A Do you have an opinion of where the sort of creative world is at the moment? Do you think it's in a good place? Do you think it needs more
Wait,
work
what?
done to it?
Wait, what?
The creative world as a whole, what is your sort of overview of it, your opinion?
Creation. I mean, creation is awesome. You know, you show people your talents and so on like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was more going back on like a couple of the previous episodes where, admittedly,
Oh, I haven't seen any of your episodes.
admittedly,
It's fine.
we've had sort of, I don't want to call them rants; they're more tangents, but
Okay.
where we've, although in the last one there was a massive rant about Sonic, um, but it's like when we've gone off onto a specific focus, like, yeah,
Yeah.
have there been, or in our opinions, are there things like certain films could be worked on or things like that? So, is there
Is there what?
what do you oh my god, sorry, I don't know if it's the heat or something, but my train of thoughts keep going into phantom
It's
lands.
fine. It's fine. Go ahead. Continue.
The
I'm not going anywhere.
Do you think that,
Mm.
I'll ask specifically over music, where do you think the musical industry is at the moment? Because from my own personal standpoint, and to be honest, we haven't really touched on music on the podcast yet, and
Oh,
it's one of those where I'm a 2000s baby. I grew up with that music, and
2000.
well, 2002 technically, but the I grew up with that era of music and everything, and
Yeah.
I don't know if this makes me sound old or anything, but
Where
thinking thinking
I
about
am old. I feel old.
thinking about
Mm.
maybe not so much the music in the last couple of years, because it feels like it's actually maybe getting a bit better now, but
Eh.
for like the space of time between sort of 2015 onto
Oh my God. Yeah. I
pretty much
remember. I
lockdown,
feel. Uh, oh yeah. You mean the COVID?
yeah, it
Yeah.
the music just felt, I mean, not awful, but it just felt like no one was really doing anything new, and it was all more just,
Yeah.
it fell into that trap of just repeating the same cycle a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe there's potentially a risk of that with AI music, or do you think AI maybe adds a whole different kind of dynamic to it?
No. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
What do you think? Why?
Hmm? Sorry?
I said why. Oh, this.
I don't, I don't know. Again, music as
Mm.
a topic is something that personally I have drifted a bit off of the last couple of years, and
Mm.
I'm it's difficult to know because obviously you personally create the AI
Yeah.
music and things,
Yeah.
so I guess that almost falls into this idea that we've talked about again about more independent creators coming through and everything. It
Yeah.
like we've talked about before the rise of independent creators and the idea and mentality that this is the creative world shifting into a new kind of style where more and more people are stepping away from the big sort of corporations and things like the Hollywoods and stuff like that. And is that could could AI music potentially be an
AI is, I think AI is taking over now. I'm not sure.
yeah, AI on one of the previous episodes, one of the guests, he painted it out quite nicely in the style of books that from where he's standing, it will get to a point where there'll be three types of books. There will be the books where the author has done all the work with no AI. There will be the ones that have the blend of the author and
Yeah,
AI, and then there will be the ones that are purely AI.
yeah.
And I I think just I mean talking about music for not that long already, I'm starting to feel like that maybe that could also become the case, possibly, or
Yeah,
is
I
it,
think so.
or is it maybe
Yeah.
one where because the biggest issue that I've always had with the musical industry is that when it comes to all things creative, it seems to be the one that could maybe run out of new ideas the fastest because and that's not meant to be a dig at new creators or things. That's more of a dig at this mentality where so much of music got copyright protected and
Yeah,
have the rights protected and everything, and then the littlest tiny thing and it gets picked up on or gets accused of being the same or the similarities, and it just feels like that takes away the ability for people to branch out with music, and maybe as a case with the rise of AI that that's going to have to be
okay.
something that
Yeah.
gets let go of maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Is
But
there sorry, you go first.
but I'm not sure, but there's so many things to do with AI. Like you can create scripts, screenplays. You can create a video game. You can do whatever with AI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I it AI is one of those strange things where like I know people who make the argument that because of everything that's changing and stuff
Yeah.
the the growth of AI and everything that we could fall into a mentality in probably not too distant future where people are simply just going to have to get used to working less because
Yeah.
there'll be less jobs, there'll be less time or need. And I mean, one of the other things is that I personally, from and obviously you and I haven't spoken that much, but personally, from what you've said so far and what you've shown and everything, I think that
Mm.
you're maybe a creator that's in actually quite a good position
Yeah.
because you're you're doing your voice acting, you're doing your own unique independent stuff,
Mm.
but you're also tied that into gaming, which is I, I don't know which one is the past, but gaming has shot up as like one of the biggest
Really?
creative industries now, and I mean a massive part of that was COVID, like through COVID and
Yeah.
everything, and just the ability that there's obviously now virtual reality and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
new versions of games and everything, but so you've incorporated it into that, but on the same time, at the same time, you're also embracing elements of AI into your work as well. And
Yeah.
I mean, again, bringing up the same guest, and I will link you this specific podcast episode, and there were a couple that will link you. But one of the key things that we were talking about was the idea that if AI, when it comes to authors, and not
Mm-hmm.
only authors, but other creators as well, if AI
Yeah.
got implemented correctly, it could actually be a massive benefit to us.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I
as
know.
like the biggest thing we were arguing was instead of implementing it into the work specifically, implement it into the marketing, implement it into the side of things that not many creators are very good at, because we go into creativity to be creators, not to be marketers or advertisers.
No. But but AI can be fun, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Voice acting is also fun. You can use voice acting for AI also.
mm,
I just discussed it. Discuss- I just saw that. Or just looking. I just type it in Google search and look for AI voice acting or voiceovers or whatever. Uh, Many things came up.
I mean, I will hold my hand because I've got my other hand pressed on my push to talk at the moment, but
Are you good?
I will hold it up and say that whilst I'm not someone, well, it's one of those things where I am not against the idea of AI, but I'm also someone who is also aware of the risks.
Yeah.
And it's like I can hold my hand up and openly say that as much as I'm saying that in certain ways it
Okay.
could and can benefit creators, I'm also
Yeah.
of the point of view that yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want my work getting stolen by it.
No, 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 no. Same here. Same here.
But then again, really, all that is the new rendition. The, not even going to try and pronounce that word. Not when I'm getting so tongue tied. What
It's fine.
with the idea of AI stealing work and the biggest people pushing on that have been artists and things, and there has been evidence of it. Unfortunately, all it is the new version of copyright. Basically, it needs the creators just need the same form of protection from it, and obviously there are creators out there who don't do anything relating to copyright. They completely allow their work to get used by others. And
Mhm.
I'm
What was that?
that was my chair. Sorry.
It's
it,
okay. It's
it
okay.
is a very creaky chair.
Yeah.
Even the slightest little maneuver. Um,
It's funny though.
yeah. I
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
I don't necessarily like so so you I'm trying to recall what you said here. Were you voice act for some game developers at the moment. Is that right?
No.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Mhm.
Is that? I'm guessing that's more of a. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong here. Is that more of a freelance role or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Indie.
Yeah. So obviously you're in Iceland, and I will be frank that not only are you the first Icelandic guest on the podcast, you are also probably the first Icelandic person I have ever spoken to.
Really?
Yeah. So
You're not the first British people that I speak to. I've been to London, so
oh, I
yeah.
feel so sorry for you.
Why?
I I am I am a rural person who really does not like London.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
that's
Always
also
rainy there.
that's also because the area I've grown up in is like
Oh
it
yeah.
is the area that they like going on holiday to, so we get flooded by their tourists.
Oh.
But the I I have no real idea like what Iceland's view on all of this is because one of the things we've talked about in terms of the working world and that, and there's been people older and more experienced than me who have been saying this that have been turning around and stating that things like the old 9 to 5 working mentality and the traditional work is whilst some people are arguing it's dead, other people have been arguing it's slowly dying out. You're an indie creator who's already been established for a few years already. So, what's your sort of view on that when it comes to the sort of traditional employer employee kind of based work?
Hmm. Good question. Should I give me some? I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I've also got
Oh,
another question, and it's a very random one, so I'm going to leave it until after the episode because
cool.
it's actually to do with your Discord profile picture.
Why?
Because every time you hit the push to talk, it looks like there's like a butterfly on it that's animated.
Yeah.
It is just really cool. I've just never seen that before.
Oh, if you have if you have nitro, you can do this.
Oh right, okay.
If you go if you want go if you go to your profile
Yeah,
in the set in settings.
I don't have Nitro, so it's
Hmm. Nitro nitro is not that expensive.
yeah. It's not so much. It's not so much because because of the price or anything. It's also because
Oh
it's like
yeah.
I don't necessarily use Discord because I like it. I more use it because it's just easier in some cases.
Wait, what do you use more
um, well, I
than?
guess now for for voice chatting with people, I use TeamSpeak, but that's more relating to sort of
Speak.
but that
Oh my god, I remember that. Oh, I feel old. I am only 34, gonna be 35 this year. Not too bad.
anyway, sorry to drive you off topic there for a second, but
Yeah, I can't remember anything what you asked me earlier.
the
My
question
yeah,
the
my
question
brain
was
is.
about what's your what's your view on like the state and the future of the sort of traditional working world, the employee employer based thing? Because like I've had people more experienced than myself, older than myself, turn around and say like the 9 to 5 mentality is dying out or it's dead already, and more people are shifting over to freelancing and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah, I'm not too sure. Hmm. I'm not too sure.
okay,
My brain isn't working well.
it's fair enough. Um,
Yeah, I feel so awkward. This is my first time to be in a podcast.
that's fine. It's perfectly fine and everything.
Okay.
It is. It's not exactly a light question to answer. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah, it's,
So, what are you gonna publish it to? Publish this to YouTube?
this will be going on to YouTube, and I am almost caught up on getting the episodes uploaded to Spotify, so it will be going on there as well.
Oh, nice. I always wanted to put myself on Spotify. That's gonna be kind of hard, but it's also gonna be excited. Gonna hear what they have in mind. If they want to speak to me also, lol.
That's okay. That's actually brought on a tablet. Shut up. Sorry, my tablet notifications just went off. the Anyway, it's a bit of a fun question, and it's literally just popped into my head after what you just said about Spotify. But as a voice actor, does it ever feel weird, or do you ever like listen or review your own work? And if so, does it ever maybe feel a bit weird hearing yourself back in that kind of style?
Yeah. Wait, what? What is it? Sorry. I have ADHD.
That's okay. That's okay. I have dyspraxia, so
Okay. Tell me what did you ask?
as a voice actor,
Yeah.
does it ever does it ever feel weird listening to something you've been in or you've voiced, or even if
No,
you're
it's
just
all
reviewing your
private.
work?
It's all private because of copyright.
So
I'm not
you
gonna. Hmm?
so you don't listen to yourself.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just a general question of curiosity because I'm someone who, to be perfectly frank, I personally really don't like hearing
Right.
myself.
Yeah.
Like it's first of all, I apparently sound deeper than I actually think my voice is, which really
I
throws
like
me off.
deep voice.
It really throws me off
Oh,
sometimes.
I'm sorry. I just been honest.
No,
I
no,
just been
it's
honest.
not.
What?
I was just going to say it's not your fault that my voice is deeper than I think it is.
No. I
um,
mean, talking about deep voice.
yeah. Do you? Is there any specific voice actor that was a particular kind of inspiration for you? Like, because you mentioned
Yeah,
about you.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Crispin Freeman.
Oh, cool. I've heard the name. I'm trying to remember what they've been in or who they've voiced. But I have
Yeah.
heard the name. But then again, I have this issue with most voice actors. I can never remember what they've been in.
Oh, you have you met any voice actors?
Unfortunately, no.
No, it's your first time to meet me.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, you told me. Sorry. Mm.
The Is there? Well, we've gone through the tips and tricks and all of that. Do you think there's how much difference do you think there is between voice acting and then I I don't want to say regular acting, but then I'm struggling to find another term for it. Like, because obviously voice acting tends to be drifted. Well, I say more towards animation, but then again, you also have voice actors in a lot of live action stuff now as well for like robots and things. So
Yeah.
how you would say there is difference?
Uh, it just depends. It just depends. Oh, sorry. ADHD. Uh, so, what can we talk about more than voice acting?
Um, is there Okay, this is something that I haven't really asked any of the other guests specifically, but
Okay.
in terms of just the creative focuses, because you've mentioned about watching cartoons when were younger and things like that. So it could be about them. It could be about
Mm-hmm.
anything. But are there any criticisms you have that drift across multiple sort of projects and things when creativity? Is there something that you feel like is maybe a common mistake a lot of people make?
Uh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Um, I I think it depends. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a we did a sort of mini milestone episode with one of the returning guests a little while back, and we went completely off course and started ranting about Halo for like a good proportion of the episode, where we were just ranting about the position it's in, what the developers have done with it, and things. And I think
What's your profile picture on Discord is? I can see it perfectly.
mine is it's from the game XCOM 2. It's a custom character that I made using a Halo mod.
Oh, Halo.
Yeah,
I saw someone playing that, streaming that game. Not my type though.
the um sorry, I lost my train of thought again. It's the heat. It's the heat.
Is the heat?
Yeah, it's very hot here at the moment.
Jeez, imagine.
Um,
And it's hot here also. Jeez. 11
ah,
degrees Celsius outside. And
that may explain why we both keep losing our train of thoughts.
yeah.
Just blame it on the heat.
How warm is it?
It's it's very very humid.
Oh, okay, 20 something. Right?
Um, I was gonna what on earth was I gonna say? I've just completely lost track. Um,
Yeah, good.
yeah.
Take your time. Awkward, silent.
Sorry, sorry.
No, you're good.
What was it? The what? Okay, okay.
Mm,
Going to have this another slightly random question here, but
mm,
do you think there's any sort of difference again with voice acting, but voice acting specifically here between voice acting for a game and voice acting for like an animated TV show? Do you think there's any sort of difference here in like the style you have to do it?
maybe the accent.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Some people, like Americans, voice actors, they can go. Yeah. They can do British accent really good.
I
I think so. Or
yeah,
not, I'm not too sure.
yeah. Going back because I just remembered what I was going to say.
Okay.
On when I asked you about do you have any like key criticisms of things, and you mentioned about it sort of depending. I was trying to think of the criticisms that I personally have,
Mm-hmm.
and with the exception of my criticism about the musical industry,
Oh,
I
musical.
I think, or not musical music.
Yeah, music. Yeah.
I think I I think honestly that I actually fall right into that category of what you said about it depending. Like I'm thinking about most of my criticisms, and my criticisms are more associated with specific things. Like I have my criticisms about DC, but my criticisms about DC differ to my criticisms about sort of general films or things. So
yeah.
again, it falls into that dependent thing more than I actually realized.
Yeah.
Um, that was a car.
Wait, what?
Though I just heard a car just race past. The so how is there any kind of, and not just in voice acting but in creativity in general,
Mm.
are there any tips you would give to people who are looking to go into the creative world?
Uh, I know. Tips. Wait, what? You mean tips?
Yeah, any tips or advice?
Yeah. Like I said, maybe take a class, workshop, go to studios or do demo reel or audition.
But
Yeah, that's all I can say.
hmm,
I
is there any advice you would give to young creators where like they don't need to necessarily do auditions or things, like young creators who are doing things like um well, for one
yeah,
thing, gaming or
yeah, they can
book design
m-
or
maybe
stuff like
maybe
that.
maybe try Google or YouTube. I mean, you
So
can
don't be afraid to
yeah,
do your own research and things like that.
yeah.
Can I just ask out of curiosity why you have vampire in your name a lot?
Because I love vampires.
Would you ever voice one?
Yeah, of course. I did the audition for a vampire game, but I did not get the role.
Ah. How many roles have you had, if you don't mind me asking?
A few, not much.
Did you have any that were your particular favourites?
Wait, what?
Were there any that were a particular favourite of yours?
Favorite?
Yeah.
No, not really. Not really, but I do. Also wanna create my own movie
That's
about Dracula. That noise.
sorry. The so if you were creating your own movie, would
Mm,
you I would you direct it or would you get someone else to direct it?
Someone else, or we both.
All right. Yeah, because that's a nice little thing to maybe touch on, drifting away from just the voice acting topic and all of that. Because I
Mm?
I it seems to be one of those things where creators I don't know how true this is anymore. I know in the past it used to be a bit hit and miss sometimes, but the whole idea of like creators adapting their work and being involved in it, like because personally, if any of my works got adapted into a film or some cases maybe a TV series or stuff like that, that would be amazing and
Mm-hmm.
it would be an incredible thing. But I would want to be involved, but not so much involved as in it's like I'm making the decisions and all of that because I've got no experience in that kind of fields or focus of things. But it would be more the case of giving the overview because one of the things that you see
Mm-hmm.
a lot of when it comes to books getting adapted, or in
Yeah.
some cases even games getting adapted into films, that one of the biggest criticisms is that the films leave stuff out or they change things or moan about things or people moan about things not happening in the film that happen in the books.
Yeah.
Um, do you do you have a view on that? Do you think if creators are sorry
You
chair
good.
again? Do you think if creators are having their work adapted, do you think they how much involved? Oh my god, my words! How involved do you think they should be in the adaptation?
Hmm. So I'm still thinking. I'm thinking a
Yeah,
lot.
that's fair enough.
Yeah. Um. I'm not too sure. Yeah. I no clue. I no clue.
Yeah, yeah that's
My brain isn't working. Still.
yeah.
Hmm?
I'm like is like I said. So I would want to be involved, but I guess it's one of those things where it's a meet in the middle kind of mentality where
Mm-hmm.
like if someone offered to adapt my work but they wanted absolute control over it and I wouldn't have any say or anything, then no, please disappear, be gone.
Yeah.
So okay, we're we're getting close to the sort of
Yeah.
the general ending point of it. So I'm
Yeah.
going to ask a fun little question, not to do with the well, it might be to do with the voice acting, it might not be, but
Mm.
you and it's also kind of tying back into the last episode where we had a massive focus over cartoons growing up and things like that. What
Yeah.
sort of cards or what cartoons did you watch growing up, and did you have any personal favorites?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. I was just going off of
Yeah.
what you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
about,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Did you have any sort of flipping it a little bit? Did you have any cartoons growing up, or any
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or any show in general that
Mm-hmm.
you just could not stand watching?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
despised it.
yeah. Like Lion King and Seaside and everything.
Sorry, what were they? It sounded like you said Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King.
Oh, cool. Or not cool
I
in
still
that
love
case.
it. Why?
Wait, was that one of the ones you liked or one of the ones you didn't like?
No, I like Lion King and CSI.
Ah,
I like them both. I love them. My favorite. But I don't like horror. Not much.
yay. You know, that is probably one of the funniest things that I've encountered with a lot of creators. Like, a lot of the creators who I have met
Yeah,
since being an author and everything cannot
yeah,
stand horror. They
yeah,
they really don't like it, and I know obviously horror is still a sizable genre and it has a lot of creators in it, but it's quite funny. Like as soon as you get outside of that, it's maybe not this sort of middle ground like other genres are. It's either it it's all over here. We would compare it to probably something like Marmite. Either you absolutely love it or you can't stand it.
yeah. I like, you know, hold on. Don't a minute.
Hmm?
Ah, okay. It was.
Did something happen?
No, I used to use a app called Unlock. Or yeah, but it's not to. It's not anymore.
Ah,
Anime Unlock. Hmm. Sorry. It called. Oops. Anime Unlock. Audios Unlock It Live. It's for voice actors and creators. The app died 2018, I think. I was part of it.
ah, okay.
Yeah,
Anim- Anime
it was pretty.
Unlocked Live. Right.
Yeah,
Well, I am going. I am going to. If it's okay with you, we can conclude here because
yeah,
I know we are both struggling a lot in the heat at the moment.
yeah. It's really hot.
Okay. For those of you watching on YouTube and for those listening on Spotify, for when it's out on Spotify, there will be a bit of a delay between the two. Please do share. Please do give a like, comment, like, and subscribe. Check out the links in the description. Eva's links will be in there as well, so you can check out more of her work and everything, and show
Yeah.
her some support. as well.
E-
And until next time, welcome to the Kingdom of Avalas and the world of Fellowmind books.